Hey, what's up everyone? This is Vegetarian Zombie. Welcome back to Empyrion. And look at this. We're on the side of a lake. Now, since the time I made the first episode and the time now, a lot of things have happened. Well, first of all, I spent a lot of time looking for resources, and I ended up dying a whole lot off camera. And it got to a point where all the monsters in this game, I kid you not, there was 3 or 4 monsters patrolling the shore and not letting me get back ashore. So I kept on dying, and then finally I think I ran out of fuel, miner power or something like that, and I was stuck. I could not play the game any further. So I restarted and got back basically where I was before, but I toned down all the difficulty levels. So you can see here, this is where we are now, and I did still a bunch of explorations just to get enough materials so that we can get crafting. Because if you look at this is a lot of walking and gathering and so forth. Not very exciting to watch. All right, everyone, let's dive into it. So you can see this is I pretty much put everything in the same locations as they were. You know, probably a little bit different. Now you see down here, I've already got our ingots going. I've made tons of magnesium powder, and I made some food here, but we don't need this right now. And a bunch of stuff. Now I killed some drones, and some drones gave me this stuff here, and I made myself a core. So the first thing we're going to do, what is this? Cobra leaves? Spoiled food! Yum! How do we make some of that? So what we want to do is we have our core, we're going to build a base starter. So here we go. Look at that! You just press a button and you have a base! And while we're doing that, we're going to need steel blocks. I believe these used to be called hull blocks. Actually, I don't think we can make these yet. Let's wait to this thing. I think we need to build these things, these steel plates. Come on, game, you're killing me. You're taking too long. So here we go. So let's put this down, and we're just going to put our base right in the water here. Maybe not. Oh, it's so hard. You can't see. All right, here we go. I can't place it right here. All right, so we're going to put our base. Come on, give me blue. Give me blue. Just like that. Look at this. Exciting. This is the beginning, guys. It's funny, before when you'd place your starter base, you would have like a 3x3 surrounding it. Not so much anymore. So I obviously haven't played the game in a while. So we're going to take this, grab that here, and let's see if we can make ourselves some of these tasty steel plates. These things are expensive. They're 5 iron ingots. Iron ingots don't grow on trees. I know, because I've killed a lot of trees lately. You'll see here we have space oranges. Space oranges. I mean, who comes up with the name for this? Why don't you call it like something? I don't know. Anything but space oranges. So all the trees I passed earlier in the game had space oranges. So keep that in mind. All right, we've gotten a couple of these. So let's take this. This is the beginning of our base. Look at that. Whoa! Just missed it there. Missed the jump. All right, so we got more of these, so let's make some more hull blocks. Now, one thing it was just telling me is to make a generator. And let me see here. What is this doing? Like, this takes what, 2 steel plates? Oh my god. What is this thing? This is really expensive. Oh, but I get 10 steel plates per thing. Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna complain anymore because I prove I'm an idiot. All right, so let's keep on building, and I like these things to be a little bit wide. There we go. So this is our entrance. I keep doing that, and we'll build like so. And one thing we're gonna have to do is ultimately build automatic cannons to shoot any of the local wildlife that comes into my base, because those guys aren't friendly. All right, we got 7 more. Let's make a whole lot of these things. Give me tons of these. And later, what we're gonna have to do is build our, shall we say, our generator. God, it's been such a long time since I played this game. They've made a lot of progress. I'm actually playing, this is the Alpha 3 that recently came out. And it actually includes a motorcycle. And what we can do is later... Oh, I can't see anything! What happens is later what we'll do is we'll build the motorcycle and do a little off-roading. Now, the aliens on this planet consist of these scorpion-looking things and some spiders. And man, they do not play around. They like poison me to no end. All right. So this is a good starter area. Wow. Choose shape. I didn't know I could do this. Huzzah. So we can build our walls this way. Sloped wall. All right, we're not going to do that. We're just going to build these. That's pretty cool. That was a happy accident I just did. I accidentally pressed the right mouse button. So if I did this, like right here, and we choose, let's say, a wall. Now, can we rotate the wall? How do we rotate said wall? Oh, no. You know what's going to happen is I'm going to place this. Here, let's choose shape again. Oh, wait a minute. If I do this, put the wall, and I think it's my page up keys. Yeah. There we go. What are you doing? Maybe not. So it looks like insert and delete. There we go. Look at this. And we got a wall like right here, guys. This will keep the bad guys out. I like it. I do. The only thing we need are lights. So I think we got this guy right here. And what can we put a wall here? What's going on, game? Oh, I see what I found my first problem. So what I need to do is to build like an L shape like that. Okay. So what we need to do is to get a removal tool, and we'll go to our tech tree. And that's the first thing. Once you're building bases, you need to take. Oh, look at this. A Kintarn. Now we have tons of unlock points, but what we're gonna need is our tools. And where's your removal tool? Change or rotate tool. Nah. Used for changing transparency of windows and rotation of building blocks. Texture tool. No. Flatten and filler multi-tool? Used for removing and repairing. So yeah, we need to do this. Let's unlock it. Just like that, I know how to make this thing now. All right, let's build it. Let's build it. So we come back here. We'll go to, let's see, our tools. And here's our multi-tool. So we need electronics. And this is why I did all the build. So you can see I need copper and silicon ingots. So these are all the stuff I got before. So we'll build this little doohab. And while we're doing this, let's take that because I think we need more oxygen. And now let's come over here. And voila, we got our multi-tool. Let's check our oxygen supply. So this is I think this is the survival emergency O2 generator. So you can see we got tons here. Look at that. Awesome. Keep on making oxygen. I command it. I'm just like Jean-Luc Picard, stuck in space. Maybe not. All right, so did we build that thingy? Where is it? Okay, so here's our multi-tool. And this better not take like, what does it take for a magazine's 250? It takes a multi-charge. So let's see where the multi-charge is. Multi-charge. So we need pieces and, all right, so we can make some of those. We can do that. See, a lot of like little crafting doohickeys and how pieces require parts, like components you're building require other parts that you're building. It can get a little tedious. All right, so where's our pieces there? Looks like we got enough. Awesome. Now where's our charge? Oh, we need a fuel pack. Okay. Well, that's easily made. What are you doing? All right, so I got to remove this filter there. Let's get to our templates. All right. We got 2 packs here. Let's make one more and we'll get rid of this from the queue. There we go. Turn that off. You can't remove things while the queue is in operation. Kind of stinks if you ask me. And let's make a couple multi-charges. Multi-charges. Oh god, this thing's moving slow. And one thing we ultimately have to do is we open up our tech tree. I've been using a pistol, and this pistol stinks. It stinks! So we want an assault rifle, so let's unlock that for sure. Look at, we got a sniper rifle and an explosive device. Ooh. The thing with the pistol is it just goes through so fast. All right, let's get out of here. Come back here. So like the beginning of this game is mostly spent in menus. No joke. All right, so we want to come here and we want to Oh, we gotta load this up. I'm like, why aren't you firing? All right, there we go. Beautiful. Now we'll take this, and we're gonna make ourselves a little L. Wow, they have really gone far with the editing. I mean, the building and everything. Look at that. You can't see anything, but look at that. This is the beginning of our base, guys. Prepare to tremble. Awesome. So did I just place that? What did I just do? Oh. Was it? No, it's tremble and despair. There we go. Oh. Messed that up. I just repaired that, by the way. So we want to select our hull block again, and we're just going to choose a cube. Wow, I really like what they've done with the building. I like what you've done with the stuff, guys. Keep up the great work. All right, next we want to create a door because we don't want any idiots coming in here. So let's see, base. And do we have, I mean, it's like, why do I need to research a door? Door blocks, okay, we don't have to do that. So let's go back to the crafting timer. Or the crafter. Oh! No! Don't go away! All right, what am I doing here? Container inventory. What just happened? What happened to my survival crafter? All right, I think I got everything in here. I think so. All right, we got that. Now let's, I forgot what I was doing. Let's make our door. Can we make our door here? I'm probably going to need to build, like, some motors or something like that. So, this is the motorbike I was telling you about. We're ultimately going to need to build a small generator. But, one step at a time. We need to have a door first. We can make a motorbike construction kit. And let's see if we can filter out just on the base. So, I think I figured out why I'm not seeing the door here, or any other things, is because we're using a survival constructor. Evidently, we need to create a large constructor. So, we need to create our small generator, our fuel tank, and our large constructor. Because as you build constructors, more constructors gives you options, and I guess it makes sense why this thing, you know, why you wouldn't be able to build a door with a survival constructor, because who needs doors? Alright, so first we need to build our fuel tank. Let's do that, and we need a few electronics. Alright, so we got our fuel tank here. Next, we need our generator, so we need 12 metal components. Alright, so we got our 2 computers being made, and with that, basically in the bag, here we go. We got a small generator. Finally, with our small generator, we got our fuel tanks. The last thing we need to do is make our constructor, and look at this. We need 2 more computers, 2 control devices, and a bunch of other stuff. Let's get to it. Oh, well, everything's going. I think we should... Oh, look at that. So they've added birds in this new update, so hopefully they can't take a dump on us. But, you know, our base is looking much nicer now. Much nicer in the light, I must say. And let's continue making some walls while everything is cooking. Oh, we gotta make another L piece. No problem, no problem. Yeah, they've really done a nice job with this, because I think each of these pieces before was one piece. Oh! Wrong button. Ah! What are you doing, game? Oh, I must have placed it. I tell you, survival games. Every single button is different. Or no, it's the mouse buttons that are always different in each of these things. Alright, let's check out the status of this. So you can see here, we got a bunch of other stuff. We got our fuel tank, so we can place these here. And we have our... Did we build anything else? I think we're still waiting on our... Wait, we have our generator, so let's see if we can place that. Alright, let's place these right now. So here is our generator. Wow, this thing's big. I like how I even crafted a warning sign. Beware! That little warning sign on it. Why would I spend the time to craft that? There it is, guys. This is the power. Now let's see if we can add our little fuel tank. That's a small fuel tank, by the way. Great! Now we just need to get some fuel. Let's rate our oxygen supply down here. because I gave this a bunch of fuel. So let's take some of this. We're gonna take some of this. Awesome. And now we can power up our base. Let's do this. And let's throw this in. Now, naturally, we can make some more fuel tanks. You see that's on. Got our small generator. Can we turn it on? Alright. The main power switch seems to be Y. Let's turn this on. Look at this, guys. We got the beginnings. The beginnings of our base. So what we have to do ultimately is build a ceiling over this thing because the drones are going to be attacking at some point. We don't want those guys to attack us and destroy all our hard work. Alright, and do we have our constructor? Maybe we didn't have enough stuff, so let's come back here. See what we need. What am I missing? 4 cables. Uh-oh, that's a bad sign. Typically, when you're missing stuff like that, it means that you've run out of items. Like, because I had cables in the queue, I just didn't do my math right. But typically when I see that, it means that I'm out of resources and need to go out, start hunting resources. So let's make a couple of these. And I think what we'll do is we'll put the constructor in this room. So this is going to be a room here. This will be our energy room. In fact, let's put, I really, guys, I can't impress them to you how much I love this new building system. They've scored. So this is going to be a little cramped, but who cares? Alright, we can take off the flashlight, man. You don't need it. And I think that's it. Let's check to see if we can build our constructor. There it is. Whew. Now, we got to obviously fill up an oxygen. You can see I have my small bottles on my toolbar. I'm going to just press, like, you can see I just equipped my small oxygen bottle, and just to use it, I hit the left mouse button. Now I can just fill up. I remember when I first started playing this, you would go up to the ship they gave you at the very beginning, and then you could breathe in the oxygen from there, and it would fill you all the way up. Alright, so you can see they didn't fill me up entirely, but, you know, no worries. Alright. We got our large constructor. We're gonna take this from... What are you doing? Oh, it's still building. And we're gonna throw this here. And we can just place this... We'll place this right here. Booyah. And now we can make our door. Where's our door? I demand a door. Window blocks, stairway blocks. Pretty awesome. Alright, let's clear this out. And we got all this stuff to choose from. That's pretty awesome, guys. And as we increase through the tech tree, we'll be adding more and more stuff. So there's the light, and here's our door. So we need to make a metal component, electronics, and 2 control devices. So I'm just going to grab everything from the survival constructor and put it in the large constructor. Oh, look. There's no floor underneath it. Nah, who cares? That's safe enough. And with all my stuff there, we can build a door now. What am I doing? I'm building a control device? Don't know why I decided to do that, but that's okay. Here's our door. Ah! We'll throw it right here. Boom. Look at that. Ha! Now no one can get inside my base. It's totally safe. Awesome, guys. So, oh, look at this. So what this does by clicking on this now, by clicking on the door, it will build all the dependencies for me. Oh, thank God. You know, I mean, having to manage dependencies on your own. Here, let's make one more. That is so awesome. I love it. Is tedious to me. It's like a tedious part of the game they put in, and I was not very happy with it. All right, can I do? Okay, so what are you doing, door? Okay, so we're gonna have to build this right here, like that, and we'll build another one right over here. So we'll take our other door, put it here. And we'll put this one here. Just like that. I don't know if that sound's gonna get a little irritating. Guys, this is awesome. I am stoked about our base. I mean, granted, it's not a great base yet, but it's the beginnings. This is how we start things, and soon we're gonna head for the stars as well. All right, everyone. Thanks again for watching this episode, and I will see you in the next one. See you then.